I was just mad because I was lied to. It's like, oh no, sorry, we made a mistake. Do you want your money back? I'm like, I'm already here. Why would I want my money back? Hola mi gente, welcome back to my channel. This is Deurys here. Thank you so much for the love that I got in my previous video. It means a lot to me that you guys actually took the time to comment and to like. Thank you. By the way, while you're at it, can you please subscribe to this channel? Nevertheless, this video today will be kind of different, the setup. I would like to share with you guys some tips on things that you should know and things that you should do before arriving and when you're in the Seychelles. If this is something that you're interested in, well, let's get back into it. I'm gonna be biased here, but after the Caribbean, Seychelles is considered one of the most beautiful islands in the world because of its pristine white sandy beaches. And when I say pristine, I'm from Dominican Republic, but I grew up on St. Martin, so I know what is white sandy beaches. But I was blown away. Like, you guys have no idea of. It was just, you just need to go so you can know what I'm talking about. It is one of the most beautiful places after the Caribbean that I visited in my life. The Seychelles. I was in love. I'm still in love. I will go back 10 times, 15 times. I was just mesmerized. It is a beautiful country, island. I loved it. Because of its location, I personally consider it kind of pricey, merely because they perhaps have to import everything. That's what I think, but it is considered a very pricey island. Well, depending on your pocket, but my pocket, it was very expensive. It is considered also a honeymoon destination, so for all you lovers, Seychelles is the place to be and the place to go. But if you're trying to travel, let's say, to an affordable country, Seychelles is not the place to go. It's not cheap. It is expensive. So it is not listed on one of the most cheap destinations, but if you're looking for culture, if you're looking for beauty, Seychelles is the place to go. Definitely. Like any other country, you actually need travel documents. So you will need a passport with at least 6 months of validity, like any other destination. The only thing cool about the Seychelles is that no visa is required. So if you're European, if you're American, if you're Dominican, if you're Jamaican, whichever nationality you are, you don't need visa. You need a return ticket for sure. So you don't need a visa. Your passport needs to be 6 months with validity. And you need a return ticket to prove that you're, heading back. So something I wanted to touch base on was the fact that no specific vaccination is required unless you're coming from a high-risk country. So let's say you are traveling from Europe or from the States. Usually there are direct flights. Let's say from Paris, you go straight to Seychelles. But when I got there, I had to travel through Kenya, and Kenya is considered a high-risk country. So if you have to, let's say, come out in Kenya and you want to discover Kenya, you need to have your yellow card. That's something to know. If not, they won't allow you in. You need to have your yellow card. Okay. In regards to safety, it is considered, I consider it quite safe. I didn't feel threatened, or I didn't feel like, oh my goodness, I feel unsafe. But it is like any other destination. Do not leave your valuables unattended or in a place that you cannot keep your eyes on, which is unattended. Driving. Oh my God. They drive on the left side. Ay, Dios mío. What a nightmare. The roads, oh my goodness. I don't even know how to explain this to guys. If you've been to Dominica, you will get the point. Dominica has, when I was there, the island of Dominica has very narrow and they drive fast. The Seychelles it's even more narrow. It's crazy. Oh my goodness. I don't even know how is that even possible. So be careful. If you're gonna go to the Seychelles and you decide you want to rent a car, oh my goodness, which I don't advise. Well, you can do it if you are brave and you're confident. Go ahead, rent a car. I did not do it. I went with all the intentions in the world to go and rent a car, and then when I got there, I was like, nope, I did not. I do not want to rent a car anymore. So just keep in mind that the roads are very narrow and they're very small. So be careful when you're driving, because the roads have like edges and they don't have barriers. So you can like just fall over. In terms of, let's say, getting around, you can rent a car, which I don't recommend. The safest and cheapest way will be the public transportation, but it all depends where you stay. I stayed at the Kempinski, and it's like almost 2 hours, or being traumatic, it's like an hour and 15 minutes from downtown Victoria. So if you're gonna start your day and let's say discover the island with the public transportation, and which by the way is so cheap, I will advise you to do it really, really early, because it is really cheap, but it takes so long. So the Seychelles, it's a tropical climate destination, which I love. And I will advise you though, know when it's rainy season, know when it's dry season, so you know when to go. Know when it's high season and know when it's low season, so you know what to expect. And something very cool to know about the Seychelles is that all their beaches are open to the public. And for me, that's very important, because depending on what kind of traveler you are, when you go to a country or a destination, you want to be able to go to the beaches, and you don't want to be restricted by a resort or by a villa, or it's private or this. So it was very cool to know that all their beaches. So once you're driving through the roads or through the coast, you will see that there's so many beaches, and the locals and everyone just enjoy them. And that was very cool to see and to know. Do not walk under any coconut trees, because your head will be ripped and open in two pieces. So whenever you're there, just make sure that you don't walk under any coconut tree, because they fall on a regular basis. And instead of enjoying your vacation, you will be enjoying the emergency room. So don't walk under any coconut tree. Please don't do that. Something cool and unique is that when you arrive in La Digue, you get like these bikes, and you are able to experience and explore the island by bike. Well, there's no other option. That island is only it's only accessible by bike. That's very cool. So there are no cars. So when we arrived, they gave us about 2-3 hours. So we were able to explore a little bit, but then we went to a specific beach, which you had to pay about 6 euros, but that was the beautiful sceneries with the big rocks, which is very worth it. So if you are in La Digue, make sure you go to that beach. It is important to know that where you're staying makes a big impact to your vacation. I stayed at the Kempinski resort. Beautiful, very beautiful. It was a very high-end resort, a hotel, but there was nothing around there. It's like the most you could have done was to eat at the hotel and do everything around the property, because there was nothing else to do. Like we couldn't. It took about 5 minutes to get out to the roads, which was kind of annoying, because every time you want to go out, then you have to call the front desk, and then they will have to arrange someone to drive you to the road, which was very nice of them. But it is important to know that if you're going to go to the Seychelles and you're going to choose a Kempinski, you need a car. A car is required. It's very important. So yeah, like looking back, I kind of wished I stayed at the Savoy because of its location. It's located in Beauvalon, where when you go out of the property, there's so many like restaurants and so many things that you can do. Shops, there's so many things that you can do. So if I have to do it again, I will definitely stay at the Savoy. Oh my gosh, you guys want to hear a story? So Kempinski is like crazy expensive, depending on your pocket. My pocket, it was kind of expensive. So we arrived at like 2 a.m. I guess, like about 2 a.m. And I didn't want to pay like 500 euros for an extra night because I'm cheap, right? So what I did was I was like, okay, when I arrive, I'm gonna rent a guest house at the airport. So then in the morning, I can just wake up, rent a car, and go straight to the hotel. Or my initial plan was to get the guest house. So in the morning, I can have breakfast, get a car, discover the island, and then head to the hotel because check-in was at 2 p.m.
So I booked this amazing guest house that's set 10 meters from the airport.
10 meters.
So in my head, I'm like, oh my God, yeah, like I'm gonna arrive, I'm gonna pull my luggages, check in. If it's 10 meters, that's like right there. Like it's right outside the airport, right? Okay. No, it was not 10 meters. When we arrived, we had to drive about 45 minutes, an hour. Was it an hour? We just drove and drove and drove and drove. I'm like, this lady's scamming me. Anyways, like I kind of just wished like I just paid the whole 500 euros at the hotel because like the whole experience was just so annoying. I was just mad because I was lied to. It's like you're going booking.com and you see that thing is like the guest house you choose is like 10 meters away from the airport, and then the owner's like, oh no, sorry, we made a mistake. Do you want your money back? I'm like, I'm already here. Why would I want my money back? So yeah, like, yeah, I sit at the guest house. At least my friend got great coffee. She just kept complimenting their coffee. Nevertheless, guys, it was an amazing trip. I met so many beautiful people. I met so many beautiful souls that until today, we still connect. So at the end of the day, it was an amazing trip. I do have so many more things to share. So if you think I missed something or you want to know more, just let me know down in the comments below, and I will ensure create a part 2 for this Seychelles experience. So thank you so much for watching. Remember to subscribe to the channel. Until the next video.